Hello, person, whoever you are, whatever you are, whenever you are. I'm me, and I'm Minecraft now. It's time for Minecraft now, and planting things and setting up things to be planted. So this can be our potato farm, and that can be our carrot farm, and then beetroots. And then something over there is going to be the melons, and then there's going to be two other farms for who knows what. We can put anything over there. Even well, who knows what. I couldn't think of anything, so that's what I said. So I'm going to need to get some of this to make the border around there. And then where's my cutter, my stone cutter? It's hiding behind there. So it's probably time to move it to a better position. That should be good. Why not? Why not all the way up there? I'll also move this a little bit. Why did I choose that stone color for that? It's a bit of an odd color. I might change that at some point. So there's that, and there's that. Gotta move this all into one place so that I know where it is. So we have a beetroot seed, and that'll give us beetroot in a beat. Haha, in a beat. You know, like in a bit. That's the bit that I did. Acacia, or two acacia. One acacia or two acacia. That's the joke. That's what I was trying to say. The joke I wanted to say. But that's not what I actually said, is it? Gotta align myself with that, which is like right here. And then we can dig the rest of this stuff out. And make this big border thing. Whatever it's called. This borderline. We're on the borderline. Some people say that some things are borderline. Borderline this, borderline that. But now we're the borderline. We have the power. We have it. Have to not misplace, or rather, place wrongly our blocks. That can be kind of misplacing them, placing them misfully, placing them wrongfully. Isn't it nice being able to just flatten an entire planet in this game? It's like, you know what nature's supposed to look like, and then at some point it turns into a super flat world. Super flat is a game mode, by the way. You foolish people who don't know what the game modes are. If you're out there, that is. You might not be out there. I might be talking to fictional people who don't exist. Right now I'm just kind of plotting out where these farms will go. I suppose I should save some dirt for over here, where the actual beetroots will go. And we can place one singular beetroot. Now we have sand and all this stuff. I've got to feed the cows periodically, just to make sure they're fed. And that they're still giving us all the materials we can desire. Look at all those cow materials. It's beautiful to gain so many materials from cows. Then 3 all around. Gotta get all these item frames so that we can store all this stuff meaningfully. Gonna have like 5 of those going up there, and then 5 stone ones, and 5 whatever goes over here. And that'll be like an entrance to the rest of the place we have here. So let's make some smooth stone, because smooth can look nice. Making it look smooth. And the entrance will be like 4 wide, yeah. Gotta get those measurements. Look, the home is beautifying itself. I think that I will make a little hallway section here with like seating sections, like in the walls. You'll see what I mean eventually. But it just means more digging out of those walls. For now. I'm also gonna get some beef so that we can actually have a sustainable food, a much more sustainable food than we had before. And while that's cooking, we can just do some farm stuff. Today is farm day. We're farming. I hope you signed up for farming today. Just digging stuff and farming. Because sometimes Minecraft is just slow going. Sometimes it's Farmcraft and not Minecraft. Like today. Today is Farmcraft day. Where's the borderline? There's the borderline. We won't even need to touch that tree, but we will eventually. We'll touch the tree. We'll touch upon it. And the borderline goes to there. And we dig out everything in between. And then once all this is dug out, then we'll dig out a little bit more on each side just to make it look all nice and neat. Not necessarily making it look like nature, but making it look nice. Making it all look presentable. Present table. Haha. Imagine some kid goes into school, his assignment is to look presentable, and then he just presents a table. And he gets an F for effort. F for effort, and not for doing anything particularly well. Getting to be nighttime, but I have my bed on me. Beds are really useful for like not pausing your build, because you could pause the build and then go mine for a while, but who wants to do that? You want to keep building the thing, so just keep your bed and sleep in it so you can keep building. Or digging or mining or whatever you want to do. beds are very useful. But they also like get rid of a lot of the danger of the game. So if you don't want to get rid of the danger, then I guess don't keep beds on you. If you want to die a lot, then don't keep beds on you. I have one more shovel. Not two, but one. Because 1 minus 2 is 1. All this dirt I'm picking up is going to go straight back to the farm. Gonna fill in all the farmland that I can with my hands, man. How much iron? I don't have much iron. That's going to be tricky for a while. I'm going to need a lot of iron. Gotta get at least 25 in order to make the iron farm. 26 actually, because I need a piston. And pistons require iron. And then you need to make tons of villager trades so that you can get a name tag. And specifically villager trades with like a librarian. So I'll probably make a mending librarian. And then... oh, I'm filling up on dirt. So I'll make a mending librarian and then trade with him enough to get the nice big perks of having a name tag. Then I'll also have to make a whole anvil, and an anvil takes like 3 stacks of iron plus 4, so that's 31 iron for an anvil. So this game is very expensive on the iron. Iron is like the most useful thing you can have in Minecraft. Meanwhile, diamonds, which are the most rare thing you can have, are not nearly as useful. Which is odd. Diamonds make better equipment, but iron makes better everything else. Yes, that's not supposed to be there. I had to think about that one. I'm gonna make it so that the green grass of home can green its greenery on here. It can green the greenery. Can bring the greenery. That's it. That's probably what I meant somewhere. Somewhere in my brain, I probably meant that thing. I'll make it... Well, this is going to be a potato farm, so I guess I don't have to put grass here. It'll just look okay for a bit, and then I'd mess it up eventually when I plant all the potatoes. I'm gonna get rid of this hill real quick to make a little bit more room. And make some more farmland for my crops. My crops that I farm with. There you go. That little bitty pip made a lot of farmland. So now I can carry 4 blocks. Or rather 4 stacks. Look at all those stacks stacking on top of each other. No torch. Do not place torch. I misplaced one singular block. Now I place water to replace the block. It'll be quite interesting having a lack of water once all of this land, all this water spot, all these little spots of ocean water are filled in. I could fill in this whole ocean at some point, but I don't think I will. Because why fill in the whole ocean? It's not like I need to build on the ocean. I can build elsewhere. Keep placing them torches. What I need to place is some jack-o'-lanterns. That's what I need to place. And then the thing that goes on top of the jack-o'-lantern. Not the jack-o'-lantern. Not on top of the jack-o'-lantern, on top of the water spot there. Mangrove roots. Need to place all the mangrove roots where they need to go. Now 2 more stacks, and not the sand, not the pocket sand. I'm gonna make a diamond shovel real quick after this is done. And probably after I get the jack-o'-lanterns. Because I've got to not forget it. I've got to set my priorities straight in this fake life video game. Time to get the jack-o'-lanterns to light up this whole area. And also feed the cows. Feed them as quick as possible. And as soon as possible. I have 1 more wheat. One of you take it. Now look at all that. Look at all that leather I have. You see, once you get down to 3 hunger, it actually makes you stop sprinting. So that's why I stopped sprinting right there. It was outside of my control. Or at least it somewhat was. Tons of sticks. Then we use those tons of sticks. Oh, I already have a diamond heel. Where did I get that from? Did I make that at some point? Did I make it and forget about it? Probably. No! No deep slate, no! Ta-da! Now that side is done, at least. Those chests are done. And I've got to make like 6 more chests right there. But what was I doing? What was I doing? Meat. I have meat. Look at my meat that I have. It fills 4 hunger. The very powerful meat is mine. Shears. I seemingly have 1 shears. And combine those sticks. And then make a diamond shovel. Shovel it all up with my diamond. Don't need any of the other diamond things anymore. Or rather, iron shovels. Don't need more iron shovels. Gonna get 2 of these because I can get a level 2 thing. Or wait. Right, the level 3 thing is gonna be cheap because I don't have any books or bookshelves. So I'll just make it a level 3 thing. A cheap level 3 thing. Shovel. Efficiency. Efficiency 1. Huzzah. And then shears. Shearing pumpkins. That should be a band. Shearing pumpkins. So we need about 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 pumpkins. So that's 16 pumpkins. Axe is gone forever. Until we get the other axe, that is. Why do I have a regular pumpkin? No more regular pumpkins around these parts. I wonder if you can carve a pumpkin with an axe. And yes, I am wondering aloud, and no, you cannot. I wonder if I have any jack-o'-lanterns inside the house. I did not check, but I might. I might have some inside the house, but it does not matter anymore. Put that there. Seeds can go right there. That's the perfect spot for all those seeds. And then shears. And then mangrove roots. Yeah. I probably need to get more mangrove roots. Roots of the main mangrove. Gotta place these pumpkins before I get too far into the farmland because I might just step on this farmland. There you go. Ta-da. It's very nice to just be able to place these this distance apart. I guess that works too. And then that like lights up the whole area. I wish I could place like waterlogged pumpkins here instead in the ground. But no, the game doesn't work that way. Can't have a waterlogged carved pumpkin. What are you thinking? That also has a torch in it. They keep updating in more and more things into the game, and yet they don't keep updating the stuff that's already there. I feel like they could add more functionality to what's already here. Like waterlogged pumpkins, give me that. Why do we need bees and the bee's knees when you could give me waterlogged pumpkins? It's the state of the future. Waterlogged pumpkins, that's how you know you're really in the cyberpunk future, is when you see a waterlogged pumpkin, because then you know that Minecraft has advanced that far. Anyway, enough of the waterlogging. More digging with shovels. Digging with our hands. Or rather, just my hands. My hands are digging, but yours are just fiddling around. I don't know where your hands are, but mine are digging in Minecraft. It's good to dig out the edges so that when you go wild later with your digging, your blocks don't just land all the way down there and you have to pick them up from down there. Or rather, you don't have to pick them up if you do it this way. So do it this way. Why aren't you doing it this way? Has group mind mentality sunk in yet? Have you thought with the group yet? People say that some people do crazy things when they're in a group because it's just like human nature to like being in a group. And when you see the other members of the tribe doing something, then it's like, well, I've got to do that too. But I don't know. I think some people just want to do bad stuff, and they'll find any excuse to do it. And then later they'll say, oh, I was being mind controlled. That's it, I was being mind controlled. I wasn't actually wanting to do the bad things. Or at least some people will be that way. You never know who's evil. Which is quite the thing to say while playing Minecraft, because quite a bit of Minecraft YouTubers have at least had allegations against them for being evil and doing evil things. Which is crazy to think about, but I guess if you're playing, I guess the mindset is like, I'm gonna lure people in by playing the child's game. Because some people are like, some people try to lure in kinds of people with what they like, you know? And those people are nutty, the people who try to do that. But they're smart. They're nutty, but they're smart. So never let your guard down around evil. Because if evil were stupid, then it wouldn't have lasted so long. Probably at least. I feel like Minecraft is like a chill out sort of game, which is one reason why I'm not saying as much this time, is because it's like I'd like to chill out my brain a little bit. Make my brain frozen like ice. It is chill like ice. Isn't it odd how we say things are chill, as in they're cold, but not as in they're cold? As in their other stuff. Like cool. We mean chill, but we say chill, but we mean cool. And by cool, we don't mean cool, but we mean something else. But what does cool mean? What is the meaning of cool? Well, what's the meaning of it? I just figured out recently that apparently my graphics card can play Half-Life Alyx. So it's possible that I might do that one day on this computer. But I'd have to like get a link cable for the PSVR 2 to the PC, because yes, they have that. You can link the PSVR 2 to the PC, but you have to buy like a $60 cable to do it. Probably cheaper than buying a whole new headset, however. That said, the PSVR 2 is wired. It's a wired headset, which is like the one big thing against it. If it were wireless, then it would be insanely incredible, or at least really good. They still have to figure out the weight issue. It weighs a ton, and all that weight goes straight to your face and makes you look fat. Just kidding. It just like leaves impressions in your skin for a while. So yeah, just like solve the weight issue and then also make it wireless, and then you have the PSVR 3. That's probably what they'll do. And like, the PS6 has to come out. And then PSVR 3 will probably be 3 years late after that, because that's how the PS5 went. And almost how the PS4 went, I think. It might have gone the same way. But it's been so long that I don't remember. Just like they like to release new hardware every 7 years. And PSVR 2 was released in 2023, so it'll be 2030 before you get the PSVR 3. And PS6 is coming out in 2020. Not then, but 2027. That is, unless they hold it back a couple years, because they really just need to make more games. They've made like almost no games this generation, PlayStation has. And they just need to make more games. But not just more games, but more good games. Like, I don't want more Horizon games, because those games stink and nobody plays them. But I want more Astrobot games, because Astrobot is awesome. It's like one of the best game series out there right now. And then maybe bring back some of your dead IPs that you haven't touched in 30 years. Like IQ, aka Intelligence Cube. That's what they call the game. And they use the same spelling of cube as in the GameCube. So how about that? They used cube first. That is Q-Ube. That was back on PS1, the PlayStation 1, and I never played that game. Q-Ube. Intelligence Q-Ube. I feel like sometimes we just spell things oddly to like make us remember the the oddly spelt thing more, make it stand out more, and then sometimes we spell things oddly to save money on lettering, because lettering costs money in advertising. So if you can spell something with like one less letter, then you'll be saving like hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in printed materials in the long run. Ta-da! That's all of that. But now I need more mangroves for man's land. I think that's what I'm going to call it, is man's land. At least this part of the world, that part of the world that I am leaving and returning to shortly. Going to need 8 more of these, because we have 8 more pumpkins. Ta-da! They make a neat noise when you break them. Yes, I am calling out the neat noises for being neat, and things that I like to hear. They also make nice placement noises. It kind of sounds like scaffolding when you place it. You know, like when you place scaffolding, both in fake life and in real life. You know, all those times you place scaffolding in your life. Ooh, we have beetroots, grown beetroots, and almost grown potatoes, and grown carrots. And we can place more carrots with our diamond hoe. But before long, we're going to have to return to the mines. Isn't that a neat little grid to see? The grid of floating pumpkins. Soon it'll be a whole grid of floating pumpkins, except for that corner. That stinky corner over there. I'm not sure if there are enough plant seeds to fill out all of these things. I know that we can separate that into a different square, but what about these 2 squares? What will we grow here? I'm not sure if there's another plant type in the game that would fit in these 2 rows, these sections, these squares. It's nice to have more dirt, but now I'm running out of inventory space for all the dirt, and also places to put all of it. So where will the dirt go? Maybe in a chest until I can dig out the rest of this section, because I'll need the dirt to be placed instead of stone, and there's going to be tons of stone underneath all this, all these layers. Things always have to be layers and layers and layers in this game. You know, people say that they still haven't figured out a better way to store stuff in Minecraft inventories, but then there's the shulker boxes, and then you can like... but shulker boxes are kind of tough to get your hands on, I guess. So it's kind of like, how should they put stuff in inventories? Should it just be like you can put infinite materials on one stack? Or should they have another solution for everything? I am not sure. I just know that this is the way that Minecraft has always been. There's probably some better way to do it, but this is how Minecraft has been since the first days. Since 2009. I think I started playing Minecraft right before the official release. I'm gonna have to go back inside, but first I'm gonna till a lot of land with my tiller, my hoe, just to get all this land done, or at least as much as I can, on one diamond hoe. Oh no, he said the real name of the thing. Ah! Yes, I did. Now cower in fear. Tilling stuff at this speed has kind of a nice beat to it. You could rap to this. You could rap to this nice beat. Ooh, you can place torches on there too. That is good and useless. So I will put meat in my hand. I have my meat in my hand. My beef. I don't know if that's saying that is any better than saying my meat, my beef. They're both kind of suggestive nowadays. But the thing is, a lot of suggestive words are only that way because we made them suggestive. We made them dirty. We made the dirty words. We made the words dirty. And then it's like, man, why did people have to do that? Why do we have to do that? Beetroots are not good to farm. They don't give you much health. They give you like half a hunger meter. By health I meant hunger. They give you like half a hunger meter per beetroot. And then you can make them into a soup and get like 3 hearts back. But it takes 6 beetroots to do that. I mean, not hearts. You get 3 hunger meters back. But it takes 6 beetroots to make 1 beetroot soup. And I don't know if it's stackable. So it's just like, well, don't do beetroots, kids. Don't do beetroots. Just like you don't do drugs or drug roots. Don't do beetroots. They're as bad as drugs. I am not sleeping in my bed right now. I'm probably going to be blown up by a creeper or something. But that's fine. That is fine for now. I'm just tilling up in my safe little base. Safe little farming base. Two beetroot seeds. Woohoo! From 1 beetroot slot. Beetroots take a while to eat up. And the thing is, there's no real reason to ever eat beetroots in this game, because you can just punch grass and get seeds, and instantly have a better food source than beetroots. To farm, at least. Instantly farm a better resource than beetroots. Maybe if beetroots had a potion thing that you could do with them, then they would be worth it, but there are like not enough potion things out there. There could be a billion status effect potions. They could be like 10 times more powerful than they are because the potion status effects are not that powerful. Except for slow fall. That's like the best one. Slow fall is like the best potion status effect because you can just jump from pretty much any height and land safely. And it lasts for like 8 minutes. So imagine just drinking a slow fall potion and just jumping from anywhere to anywhere. That's how I beat the game, is I use slow fall potions. I should probably not dig out everything, farmland everything, just because I don't know what's going to go there. And it might not be, it might be this pattern because that might be the pumpkin patch. Not pumpkin patch, melon patch. Might put all of my big huge melons right there. Cows go moo, and moo goes cows. And cows eat moo, and moo eats cows. Aha! We have more thingies, but this time I'm gonna make paper books out of them. I'm gonna make 2 bookshelves, because that's all we can make right now. I'm gonna finish off this farm. Ta-da! It's all finished. And that should be, nope, not nearly enough. I need 18. Because you need 3 paper for each book, and 3 books for each bookcase. So 18 paper divided by 3 is 6. And 6 divided by 3 is 1. You didn't need to know that, but now you do. Just in case you didn't know that before going into this video thing. Ta-da! Bookshelves. And I'm gonna keep those on me because we're gonna do some home renovations. Excuse me. Don't know where that came from. Probably Taco Bell. Random stuff can go in here. Stuff that I don't necessarily need right now. And then dirt. I don't think I have a chest for dirt yet. And then that goes there. And this goes here. Ta-da! Toto! Ta-da! So let's start by mining all of this out, and then we can also make that higher at some point, at least. And some point can be now. We don't have to wait for this stuff. It's nice that there's sky above there because we can just not have to dig any further up. At least right there. That's 3. Gonna need to go 4. And then there'll start to be walls everywhere. This will be a wall, and that'll be a wall, and that's standing on where a wall will be. And then pretty much make it as high as I can dig. And then that'll be the ceiling, if you could call it such a thing. Such an ornate name for such a disastrous thing this is. Don't know who I'm trying to imitate there, but I'm sure it's something. Need that. And I'll just take all of it, because who knows what my brain will think of when I get over here. So it's gonna start like here and go all the way over here. And that's all the floor dug out. Yeah. So I think, therefore I am. Yeah, there you go. Have some of that, but yeah, it'll be fine. I was thinking maybe I should make this shorter, but I think this will be just okay. Then move that just a little bit. So there will be wall there, and then eventually this is where the table will actually go, is on this spot. Because that will be the new center of the room. And then that will be the new doorway of the room. So now what do we make the walls out of? I think we outline the walls with that. Just to have like a consistent outline throughout the whole house. Then we can make windows all around, but like differently shaped windows. Don't make any window the same shape. Kind of like the house is being birthed from the earth. Or something like that. Something crazy like that. So now, oh, okay. Oh. I'll have to make that in one. Take that in one. Just deciding on what to do. And then, that'll be uneven, but I suppose that's okay. You don't have to make everything evenly. You could say it's asymmetrical. You could also say it's just uneven, dude. Ta-da! Pillars, pillars! And then these will be windows to the outside world, looking in. Or is it to the outside world, looking out? So what shape should the windows be? This one's going to be a wall. But with different thingies. Ta-da! All different stone types. And then I suppose because I use smooth stone there, I can use smooth stone here for the window. And then I'm going to have the center window and then the windows around it. And then this will be the same on both sides at some point. And then I guess I can do the same on the ceiling. But again, I'm going to need a lot more of the deep slate. Deep slate and diamonds and iron. So it just means more and more mining for materials. That, or I could leave the ceiling to be fully glass. I think I'm gonna make it fully glass for the enchantment room, but here I'm gonna make it this different looking glass. Where's my glass that I've blown? I've blown up this glass. It's over here in this chest. I can make a little bit more smooth, so maybe I can finish off the smooth section, smooth stone section, then use up some glass. I have to go outside, which is this way. And then all the way up. And then you can't use glass panes for the ceiling. If only you couldn't use glass panes for the ceiling. Mojang, update the game to use glass panes up here. Have vertical and horizontal ones. You fools! You could add 1 billion more things to Minecraft. Why didn't you add everything that everyone could think of all the time? That said, like, Minecraft is like $1 billion game probably. So they really could have added a whole lot more than they did. It's already up there. I thought it wasn't up there. Did you think that too, fellow human person? Human fellow? Now just a little bit more glass and it'll be finished. Maybe we can put like paintings or chests in this area. Some little decorations, maybe benches. Ta-da! And then that'll be the same at some point. But hey, we got a little bit of house stuff done. And this will be a bit more wall at some point. And map room will be moved over. And it'll look better later. But now it's mine time. It's time for mine. I don't have more stuff, but I could have more stuff, but I don't have it. Put all this random junk up here. Feed the cows a little bit. Maybe make a few more item frames. If I have the materials for it, that is. They require quite a lot of sticks. I'll just leave that there for now. And then I think next time we'll do some farming. Or rather, not farming. Looking for iron and all that in the mines. Going down deep in the mines. I wonder if there's any more stuff in here, in this section. There probably is. But, You know what? Next time, let's explore all this. We're gonna do some bravery tactics. Some tactics that require bravery. Next time. Next time on Minecraft. The Minecraft show where we play Minecraft.